Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I'm just going to go ahead and get straight into the video. This is how I do my brows on a day-to-day basis, and I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Morphe eyebrow brush. And this is such a great brush because it does have the spoolie at the end of the brush, and this is the shade Java in the Dipbrow by Morphe, and I highly recommend this Dipbrow because it's super affordable, and same with the brush. I want to say both of them ran up to like $5 with the tax. So it's such a good investment, and I highly recommend it to anyone that is bougie on a budget and needs some brow products, and they work amazing, last me such a long time, so it's super worth it. So I'm going to go ahead and shade in my brows, and the technique I use is I kind of start with underneath my brows and then shade in the middle of my brows on the arch part, if that makes sense, and then I shade in the top of the part, just creating that type of frame that I want for my brows. My brows are super light and thin haired, so I pretty much can draw whatever type of shape of brow that I want. But using this technique, I pretty much shape them out and then I shade them in, if that makes sense. This is the best technique that works for me. I know some girls, I try to flare out my brow hairs like some girls normally do, and I just don't like how it looks on me. It looks like I have fake hairs because my hair is just super thin on my brows. So this is the method that works the best for me. So pretty much I am just continuing to shade in the middle of my brows, and then I use the spoolie to brush it out to make them look natural looking. Okay, and then when I go into the inner of my brow, I am super light on my hand when I do shade in this part of my brow because I want that type of ombre look for my brows. So I am super light in the inner part of my brows, and I always just more brush it out so where it can blend with the rest of my brow, if that makes sense. And I just keep on brushing and keep on brushing until it's the way how I like. Okay, so I'm now going to go ahead and do the other brow, and I'm going to speed up this part, but technically I'm just going to do the same exact thing how I walked you guys through with the first brow. I go in with the underneath of my eye and pretty much stencil the type of brow that I want, with first underneath the brow and then at the top of my brow creating that arch, and then I just shade in the middle, and then I'm super light with the inner part of my brow to get that ombre look. Okay, for pretty much for this part, I'm going to continue on looking at both of my brows to make sure that they are both even and to my liking. So I will continue looking at them until it's the way how I like, and then I will continue shading if some parts need to be shaded more. And then on the next step, we're just going to go ahead and conceal. Okay, and the concealer I use is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Waterproof Concealer, and I highly recommend this concealer to any of my drugstore gals out there. It's a super reasonable price for this concealer. I want to compare it to the Tape Shape concealer that they sell at Ulta, or is it Sephora? Either or. Highly recommend it. It's super full coverage, and I love to use it for my brows, and I also use it on my face. And I am in the shade Cashmere. So what I'm doing in this step is pretty much putting it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use my Morphe brush that has a square type of shape to it, if that makes sense, because it's super straight at the top and it's perfect for me to carve out my brows underneath. And I go super lightly and I take my time with this step because you don't want to mess up your brows or make them a shape that you don't want them pretty much. You just want them as sharp and clean as possible. And I will go ahead and continue with that. Okay, and for the next step, I'm going to go ahead and go in with any type of brush that I can pretty much use to blend out the concealer. We just put it underneath our brows. So any fluffy little brush will do. This is actually a paintbrush that I use for my makeup. I've been using this for years now. It's super soft and it does the job. So I just go ahead and blend that all in so we do not have any harsh lines. Okay guys, and that is pretty much it. That is my super quick and easy brow tutorial using the Morphe Dipbrow. So I hope to see you guys soon, and go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I will link that in the description. Have a great day, beauties.